Emmerdale fans are convinced Rhona Goskirk might be about to leave the village amid the heartbreaking storyline with baby Ivy. Emmerdale viewers think they've figured out that Rhona Goskirk, played by Zoe Henry, might be leaving the village due to a sad storyline involving baby Ivy. After Gus's return, following his struggle with mental health after losing his wife last year, Rhona has been finding it hard to let go of little Ivy. Ivy is biologically Rhona's child, as she and Gus created the embryo through IVF when they were together years ago. However, since Gus's late wife carried and gave birth to Ivy, Rhona doesn't have any say over her. When Gus announced his plans to take Ivy permanently and find a new home for them, Rhona was so upset that she ran away crying. Rhona later managed to pull herself together, but it was clear she didn't like the idea of Gus taking Ivy away. She confessed to her husband Marlon Dingle, played by Mark Charnock, that she already loves Ivy. Fans on X, previously known as Twitter, speculated that Rhona might do something stupid like running away with Ivy. One person posted, "Rhona is breaking my heart, #Emmerdale." The Rhona and Ivy situation can only end one way. Very badly. #Emmerdale, a fan ominously shared. Another guest, "I think there's a storyline coming up where Rhona disappears with the baby. I mean, FFS. #Emmerdale, while a worried viewer noted, #Emmerdale of course it's BL*****dy obvious Rhona's gonna do something really stupid. A fifth theorized, Rhona needs professional help at this point as we know she snatches Ivy at the end of the week. #Emmerdale, they'll have to wait and see what Rhona does next. Meanwhile, Marlon and Gus are trying to sort things out over a pint in the Woolpack pub. They're chatting about co-parenting baby Ivy. Elsewhere, Charity Dingle could be secretly ill, while Tracy Robinson was crying because Nate Robinson stormed off after a disagreement over their family situation. Tracy didn't confess that she had an affair with his uncle Caleb, whose estranged wife Ruby is now back in the picture. This could spell more trouble for the Dingle clan in the near future. In the rolling hills and quaint villages of the Yorkshire Dales, where life often mirrors the tranquility of its landscapes, the residents of Emmerdale find themselves entangled in a web of emotions, secrets, and tragedies. Amidst the ebb and flow of daily life, one woman's journey stands out, marked by love, loss, and the desperate search for redemption. Rhona Goskirk, a woman of strength and resilience, has weathered countless storms in her time in the village. From the ashes of heartbreak and addiction, she rose, a beacon of hope for those around her. Yet, fate is a fickle mistress, and just when Rhona thought she had found solace and stability, the specter of her past returned with a vengeance. It began like any other day in Emmerdale, the sun casting its golden rays over the picturesque landscape. Rhona, her heart overflowing with love for her precious daughter Ivy, went about her morning routine with a sense of contentment. Little did she know that the tranquility of her world was about to be shattered. As the day unfolded, whispers began to circulate through the village, rumors born on the wings of uncertainty. Something was amiss, a sense of foreboding hanging heavy in the air. And then, like a bolt from the blue, the news broke like a crack of thunder in the stillness of the afternoon. Rhona Goskirk had disappeared, vanished without a trace, leaving behind a trail of confusion and despair. But it was not just Rhona who was missing. Her infant daughter, Ivy, the light of her life, was gone too, snatched away in the cruel grip of fate. For the residents of Emmerdale, the news was like a punch to the gut, a harsh reminder of the fragility of life and the depths of human suffering. Questions swirled like a tempest in their minds, each one more haunting than the last. Where had Rhona gone? And why had she taken Ivy with her? As the hours turned into days, the search for Rhona and Ivy intensified, the village rallying together in a display of solidarity and determination. But amidst the frantic search efforts and the endless prayers whispered into the night, a sense of unease lingered, a nagging doubt that perhaps Rhona's disappearance was not as straightforward as it seemed. Speculation ran rampant through the streets of Emmerdale, fueled by fear and uncertainty. Some whispered of foul play, sinister forces lurking in the shadows, waiting to pounce on the unsuspecting. Others spoke of Rhona's troubled past, her demons coming back to haunt her in the dead of night. But amidst the chaos and confusion, there were those who clung to hope, a flickering flame in the darkness. They refused to believe that Rhona was lost to them, that she had abandoned her daughter and fled into the night. No, Rhona was stronger than that, a fighter to the very end. Days turned into weeks, and still, there was no sign of Rhona or Ivy. The village mourned their loss, the emptiness of their absence echoing through the streets like a mournful dirge. Yet, even in their darkest hour, the residents of Emmerdale refused to surrender to despair. And then, just when all hope seemed lost, a glimmer of light pierced the darkness. Rhona Goskirk, battered and bruised but alive, emerged from the shadows, her arms empty and her heart heavy with sorrow. But there was no sign of Ivy, no trace of the innocent child who had been torn from her mother's embrace. As Rhona recounted her harrowing ordeal, the truth began to unravel, a tangled web of deceit and betrayal. She had not disappeared willingly, nor had she taken Ivy with her. No, Rhona had been abducted, torn from her daughter's side by forces beyond her control. And as the residents of Emmerdale listened, their hearts breaking with each word she spoke, they vowed to never give up the search for Ivy, to bring her home where she belonged. For in the face of tragedy and loss, hope was the only thing they had left, a beacon of light in the darkness of their despair. And so, the search for Ivy continued, a journey fraught with peril and uncertainty. But amidst the chaos and the heartache, the residents of Emmerdale refused to surrender to despair, their love for Ivy burning bright in their hearts. And somewhere, in the vast expanse of the Yorkshire Dales, a mother's love endured, a bond unbroken by time or distance, as Rhona Goskirk vowed to never stop fighting for her daughter's safe return.